Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Vosk, and I've got over $20,000 in Uniswap V2. Today, we're going to be looking at Uniswap V3 and a bit more on the UNI token. We have a full video guide on what Uniswap is and how to use it and all that stuff. But I bring today's video up because, one, Uniswap and the UNI token has been one of the most incredible opportunities in cryptocurrency as a user and also as an investor in the UNI token over the last year. In all reality, really like the last 6 months. I'm talking life-changing gains and possibilities here. $20,000 is a lot of freaking money to me. And when I started my crypto journey, I didn't even have $20,000 in the bank. So today I'm going to be reviewing Uniswap V3, and one of my main focuses here is V3 already priced in as UNI has just skyrocketed right up CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko's list? Or are we just getting started? Because marketplaces are some of the most valuable things ever. Look at eBay, a much better version of that. Amazon, years later, right? Marketplaces, they're money makers. You know what else is a money maker? Tails, our resident Shiba Inu, and the most beautiful Dogecoin ever. Let's jump into it. Here's a quick message from our month's video sponsor, Compass, who are aiming to become the best marketplace for the purchase of Bitcoin mining ASICs and the best place to find cheap power prices at verified mining co-location facilities around the world. Mine with Compass with our link in the video description below. Currently ranking number 8 on CoinMarketCap by market cap, Uniswap and their UNI token that was really forced out due to a decentralized finance vampire liquidity attack from a straight up clone and fork sushi swap last year, right? What a wild ride for this token between its birth, where it's headed, and how quickly it was listed on things like Coinbase. So let's throw it back for a second. Uniswap V1 launched in November 2018 as a POC, that's a proof of concept, automated market makers, AMMs. It's a term we've seen a lot recently and we will continue to see here in the near and long term crypto. It's an exchange where anyone can pool assets into shared market making strategies. In May 2020, Uniswap changed the crypto world. It really acted as a major catalyst for making crypto fun, interesting, and profitable again. Uniswap V2 launched, introduced new features and optimizations, setting the stage for exponential growth in AMM adoption. Less than 1 year since its launch, V2 has facilitated over 135 billion in trading volume, ranking as one of the largest cryptocurrency spot exchanges in the world ever, right? So now they're looking forward. They're introducing V3 that they've been working on since right before they even launched V2, which is obviously a little while. It's a pretty long time in crypto, by the way, as well. They have a layer 1 solution. That is Uniswap on the Ethereum mainnet. They're also launching a layer 2 deployment on Optimism. Remember optimistic rollups? Basically, it's supposed to greatly help with gas fees, right? And let's not avoid the elephant in the room. Uniswap uses we'll take the latest data. In the last 24 hours, they haven't done anything different or special. This is just straight up average usage. 22% of Ethereum's blockchain, essentially, possible traffic that it can move, is consumed by Uniswap. And then right behind that, USD coin, USDC, and Tether USDT consume about, actually exactly 10%. So over 32% of Ethereum's blockchain, just like that, eaten up, gone. So the fact of the matter is layer 2 solutions couldn't be more appealing. It's also why we've started to heavily explore alternative blockchains for DeFi decentralized finance, like the Binance Smart Chain, where I have transactions for like 30 cents instead of like $30. But, that's a good point. That's one of the biggest things holding back Uniswap is Ethereum, which is the same thing that has made Uniswap so capable of succeeding. The irony, what created you is killing you. But don't fear. They're working on Ethereum 2.0 and they're killing the miners. And they said EIP 1559 will save us. It's just that simple, right? Before we jump back to Uniswap V3, let me show you Uniswap. Remember, don't get the wrong one and get scammed. Uniswap.org, links out below. App.uniswap.org will bring you here. And this is just the classic, right? This is the good old classic exchange. This is Uniswap in all its beautiful glory, right? And right now, one Ethereum will get you only 67 Uni tokens. But here's the real kicker. You click swap, you click confirm, and that'll cost you $57. That's on a $2,000 trade. So maybe that doesn't seem like completely atrocious. What if I just wanted to buy I wanted 3 Uni, right? It's like $90. Okay, cool. I'd love to get a couple Uni, right? Gas fee, $81. That's as much as my trade, pretty much. I mean, quite literally. 166 total, like, dollar value association here. Anyway, I could go on and on. The point is, gas fees are a serious problem. Just on this address alone, I've burned up about 3 Ethereum worth over $5,600 right now for 314 transactions. And yeah, that just kind of kills me inside. But jumping back, you know, that's another day, another video. The fact of the matter is that Uniswap is incredible. It is life-changing tech, decentralized exchange, no KYC, no know your customer, no taking goofy pictures. No one can stop you from taking your coins and doing whatever you want to do with them. As opposed to Binance, who banned me for being a US citizen. Again. Who keeps ratting on me? I'd like to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Unicrypt.network, which we actually have a full video review and guide and walkthrough on. So if you want to learn a lot about this project, I'll go ahead and link that out below. They've been continuing to work on some exciting things since that video review though. For example, they just crossed $200 million TVL. That's total value locked on their liquidity lockers for the first time ever. That's a really exciting accomplishment. Unicrypt has 2 tokens, UNCX, Unicrypt, as well as Uncle, UNCL. They've got a lot of features. It's a small team that's building a lot of tech heavy stuff, which is why we're interested. So let's talk about that liquidity locker thing, right? Developers that are listing their tokens on decentralized exchanges are granted LP tokens, which we've been talking about in today's video, right? These LP tokens, once in their possession, can be transferred. A liquidity locker allows the developer to store these LP tokens in the smart contract, revoking his permission to move these LP tokens from a start date, or more accurately, a start block, to an end date, an end block. Basically, locking liquidity is an excellent thing, especially for users, investors, and just like not the actual team and whoever has a large amount of those tokens, but people who want to get in and out of and participate. It basically makes it fights rug pulls and exit scams, to put it simply. They also have farms, and they have launched Farms V2 contracts. They're still under development. But we reviewed the Farms V1 in the previous video, and this is them. We walked through it, how to use it, and everything like that. And basically, you know, it's bonus rewards, right? So I can connect Metamask, and from here, I could go ahead and get liquidity tokens and then put it in. I walked through all this stuff again in that video, but it's very enjoyable, it's very simple, and it was a great user experience start to finish. They're also, again, they've built a platform here, initial liquidity offerings, ILOs. It's like an ICO or a token sale or an IEO, which is an initial exchange offering. And basically what they're doing here is allowing projects to launch on their platform, and they're enabling these projects to participate or requiring to use their liquidity locker to make it more safer for the people investing in that ILO and everything like that. So it's very interesting. But you know what's even more interesting is the fact that they have moved on from being just on one blockchain to being across blockchain, right? You can participate via Uniswap, SushiSwap. That's on Ethereum too though, right? Yeah, what about PancakeSwap on the Binance Smart Chain? QuickSwap is built into integrate with their platform as well. That's on a whole different blockchain, Matic. And then also Uniswap on XDAI. So if you want to learn more about Unicrypt and everything they've got going on, check out our links in the video description below. But jumping back to it, what is Uniswap V3? Concentrated liquidity, giving individual LPs granular control over what price ranges their capital is allocated to. Individual positions are aggregated together into a single pool, forming one combined curve for users to trade against. Multiple fee tiers, allowing LPs to be appropriately compensated for taking on varying degrees of risk. These features make Uniswap V3 the most flexible and efficient AMM ever designed, because that's really the thing. No one else is really, I shouldn't say no one else, but generally speaking, no one's designing AMMs. They're just straight up forking Uniswap. What do you think PancakeSwap is? They have all kinds of issues because their development is low. Uniswap could put PancakeSwap out of business, or they could have if they would have just built a bridge and then made their exchange accessible on the Binance Smart Chain. But they don't. They make so many mistakes like that open the door for people like SushiSwap dropping their sushi token and attacking and taking a huge market away from Uniswap. They are Ethereum fanboys, so they refuse to launch a parallel deployment on Binance Smart Chain, which has significantly cheaper fees. And now there's a top 100 cryptocurrency that's born out of that cake on the PancakeSwap. But anyway, the points, right? LPs can provide liquidity with up to 400x capital efficiency relative to Uniswap V2. Basically, higher returns on your capital. Trade execution that can surpass both centralized exchanges and stablecoin focused AMMs. LPs can significantly increase their exposure to preferred assets and reduce their downside risk. Everything they're saying sounds pretty freaking awesome, right? LP can sell one asset for another by adding liquidity to a price range entirely above or below the market price, approximating a fee earning limit order that executes along a smooth curve. Honestly, this is starting to get to be kind of advanced, but that's interesting nonetheless. Uniswap's oracles are now far easier and cheaper to integrate. V3 oracles are capable of providing time-weighted averages, TWAPs, on demand for any period within the last 9 days, removes the need for integrators to checkpoint historical values. Gas cost of V3 swaps on Ethereum mainnet is slightly cheaper than V2. Transactions made on Optimism deployment will be significantly cheaper if it works. Which again, keep in mind, Uniswap V3 is supposed to be launching on May 5th, but the buzz is already everywhere. Speaking of one other thing before we talk a little bit more about that, crypto wallet Metamask reports record-breaking adoption yet again. Every time, they're hitting all-time highs every month, right? Because they have found themselves at the center of the DeFi revolution in cryptocurrency and blockchain, as well as NFTs, non-fungible tokens, which, that's a whole thing in itself. But Metamask, it's very simple. It's a browser-based wallet plugin, and it acts as your gateway to blockchain apps, right? When you saw me interacting with Uniswap, that was all via my Metamask app. So it's important. We have a tutorial guide on what it is, how to set it up, how to use it. Don't get left behind. You deserve to be in the know. All of the best cryptocurrencies are most likely associated with DeFi one way, shape, or form right now. Something to keep in mind. Clicking over to CoinDesk, another super recent article about V3, Uniswap, and it's their bid to stay as the top dog of DeFi, decentralized finance. Uniswap V3 also introduces a new license to try to spoil future sushis. I'll tell you what, I don't think a lot of people are even going to care about this, especially if they're operating outside the USA. But the fact of the matter is they have moving away from being straight up crypto, decentralized, open source, forkable code. They've introduced a business license saying that you can't copy Uniswap's code base wholesale up to 2 years. 2 years in crypto is a freaking eternity. In 2 years, we're going to be in the ugliest bear market in cryptocurrency history, because that's what happens after new all-time highs, my friends. So let's jump back to Uniswap V3 for a second. There's something I want to explain that's really important. All right, Finematics has nice illustrations for this stuff. Multiple positions. Liquidity providers in Uniswap V3 can provide liquidity in multiple price ranges that may or may not overlap. For example, you can have these price ranges, which can be represented like this. this will enable much more sophisticated market making strategies. I mean, this, imagine Uniswap V2 is just like a strategy game, right? Well, this V3 is a whole new strategy game with a whole bunch of different, skills, move sets, opportunities, characters, classes, whatever. It changes the game in more than one way. Also, this now makes non-fungible liquidity. Each LP can basically create their own price curve. The liquidity positions are no longer fungible, and they cannot be represented by well-known ERC20 LP tokens. And that means if I have one LP token is one LP token, which is a liquidity provider token on Uniswap. So if I come over here to my Uni ETH pairing, you can see that I've got 22.06 pool tokens, LP tokens. I could send you one of those, and you could send me one back. They're the same thing. But in Uniswap V3, if we have different prices specified in here, my LP token is not the same as yours and could inherently be more or less valuable. Aside from the fact that it's just simply different. I have over $20,000 in Uniswap right now, and I'm a liquidity provider. I have over $20,000 in liquidity provision on Uniswap, and I'm doing a lot of stuff in DeFi, decentralized finance, but naturally this is a huge position for me, and I'm very interested to see where it all goes. And I've made a lot of money as a liquidity provider on Uniswap. I'm making about $400 a month just in fees. I've also suffered some pretty bad and permanent loss. I had about 500 Uni tokens when I started. I had less than 4 Ethereum as well. So it kind of goes both ways. Along the course of this journey, I've earned 0.342 WETH, which is really just wrapped Ethereum. It's Ethereum traded on top of the Ethereum blockchain, as well as an additional 23 Uni tokens that I never had. But no matter what way you look at it, I'm super tuned in to see where this goes, because I love Uniswap and AMMs, these decentralized exchanges, from a user, crypto enthusiast, and even investor point of view. Basically, if you bought into any of these decentralized exchanges that were good at all over the last several months, you'd probably be up 10-20x. That's astonishing. That's crazy. That's incredible. And some of them still have a lot of room to grow. How much more can Uniswap grow when it's already ranked number 8 on CoinMarketCap? Uniswap's obviously not going to topple Bitcoin. And it wouldn't make sense that it could topple Ethereum, the chain that it's built on, that also holds it back. Regardless, it's not that simple, but the big thing I'm thinking about, and I want you to think about as well, is V3 already priced in? Are people, have they already bought in based on the V3 hype? Or when V3 launches and people see that it's hopefully really awesome and incredible, is that when the hype hits and there's another huge price action for Uniswap? Depending on the market, I would say V3 is already priced in. But since I consider our market to be pretty freaking bullish, I'd say that V3 is not priced in. It's not financial advice. It never is here on the channel. But that's the reason I'm going to be holding, and I'm going to be here along for this journey. And I will be migrating from Uniswap V2 to Uniswap V3 along with everyone else. I'm also going to make sure I take my liquidity out beforehand, the month before V3 launches, just to make sure that nothing wacky happens when there's a max exodus from V2 to V3, because that's just a natural kind of course of migration when it comes to cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. The other natural migration should be you migrating your finger and mouse to smash that like button, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe to the VoskCoin YouTube channel if you have not already. I appreciate you as always. Thanks for watching. Again, leave some comments below. Let me know your thoughts on Uniswap V3 and whatever else. And also just let me know what you want me to cover on the next video. Also, watch out for all the scammers and spammers and slammers down there. It's ridiculous. See you on the next one. Thanks, guys and girls.